Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever, as it should be and how it always might be. But let's go ahead and talk about the Mavericks winning 114 to 97 over the New York Knicks. New York Knicks go to 25 and 18 and 16 and 6 at home. They played at home in this game. The Mavericks go to 18 and 26 and 5 and 15 on the road. Mavericks won the first quarter 31 to 22. They also won the second quarter 44 to 25. And the Knicks fans might not want to hear this, but it was done at that point. They did win the third quarter 24 to 19, in the fourth quarter 26 to 20, but they didn't even score 100 points in this game, and they couldn't even slow down the Mavericks really at all. And that's something that a lot of teams was able to do, but the Knicks wasn't able to do it tonight. Even though Dwight Powell for the Dallas Mavericks scored 2 points, he missed his only shot from the field, but he did go 2 of 2 from the free throw line in 28 minutes. He also had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 turnovers. He had 1 offensive rebound. The reason why he didn't play 30 plus mainly was because he went and got 5 personal fouls early in this game and throughout it. He was a plus 19 and plus minus. You wish you could have got more. You wish you would have got a little bit better. But honestly, it wasn't really needed for him to do that, for them to win in this game. And Caleb Martin didn't do much. He played 24 minutes and started. He had 3 points. He went 1 of 2 from the field. He missed his only 3. He missed the free throw and made 1, so he finished 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He also had 1 rebound, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 steals in the block. He did more defensively than he did offensively, but you're happy because he still did what he could do, and it still helped you win this game when he was out there. 2 personal fouls, a plus 19 and plus minus. Najee Marshall was a big help too offensively. 33 minutes, 19 points, got the close range shots, was able to hit perimeter shots. He did make a 3, but he missed 5 of them, so he finished 1 of 6 from 3, 7 of 18 from the field, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. But he did also keep the ball moving when he could. Was able to find his teammates by driving sometimes too. He also had 8 boards. That was actually the most in the starting lineup. He had 1 turnover and 1 steal, 1 personal foul, was a plus 15 and plus minus. Cooper Flagg had another good game, 28 minutes for him, 18 points, 7 to 14 from the field. He did a good job attacking the basket. He did make a 3, but he missed 3 of them too, so he finished 1 of 4 from 3 and 3 of 6 from the free throw line. He could have had a better game if he would have just made the easy ones, and that does include the free throws that he missed too. But he did have 7 boards and 3 assists with 4 turnovers in the steal. 2 personal fouls, was a plus 21 and plus minus. He's showing you that he can be a good generator of creating shots for himself and others. We knew that he could do that coming into the game as a rookie, and he's just showing you that he is a starter. He is one of the better players in the league, and he can just do multiple things really well. Max Christie, for some reason, he kept getting open. He was the hottest guy on the court at some points of the game for the Mavericks. He played 35 minutes, had 26 points. He was 9 of 13 from the field and 8 of 10 from 3. Poor communication by the Knicks. Poor effort by the Knicks for not getting out to him and making things more difficult, more hard for him. And that was one of the reasons why they lost. And they deserved to, because they played a part into a lot of that stuff happening. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a plus 20 and plus minus. Jeremiah Robinson Earl, 14 minutes, 4 points. For him, he went 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds and an assist and no turnovers. He had 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a plus 2 and plus minus. Musa, he was one of the biggest X factor, if not the biggest. He had the most points off the bench. It didn't take him that many shots though, because he also went and shot 8 free throws. He made 5 of them. He finished strong around the rim and had no fear of anybody stopping him from doing it. That's always a good thing to see, because he also had 9 boards. That was the most on the team. He also had 1 assist, 3 turnovers, a steal, and 4 blocks. It was good that he was able to have that type of impact on the defensive end too. He also had 4 offensive rebounds out of the 9 that he had. He did have 4 personal fouls though. When you're trying to play defense, you can get caught sometimes for even playing hard, and he did in this one, in a minus 2 and plus minus what he finished with. Klay Thompson had the mid-range shot going, the 3-point shot going. Even though he only hit 1 mid-range jumper and he hit the rest was threes. He went 4 of 7 from 3, 5 of 12 from the field with 14 points. He also had 21 minutes and 5 rebounds and 2 assists, no turnovers, 2 steals, 2 personal fouls, and was a minus 8 and plus minus. Good game from Klay. Klay has been really good lately. You know he wants to shoot. You know he's going to find a way to do it. You just got to make sure you don't close out too hard, and you got to make sure you take away the pass. If you do those things, you do it well, you have a good chance of slowing him down. But he's so good at what he does. He's so good at getting open and moving without the basketball that he's going to have some attempts. You hope he miss them, but he has a good chance of making them. More chances of making them than missing them. Brandon Williams, 11 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 4 from the field. He also went 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 2 turnovers. He had 2 personal fouls and was a -9 and plus minus. Probably thought that he would have a bigger game than he did, but he didn't play a lot of minutes. Didn't have a lot of chances too. Ryan Nembhard played 22 minutes. He finished with 4 points. He went 2 of 7 from the field. He missed his only 3. He did have 3 rebounds, and they was pushing the pace. They was picking some early shots in the shot clock sometimes too. He was a part of that, and he usually is. He did have 5 assists, but 2 turnovers in the steal. He also had 1 personal foul with a +10 and plus minus. He comes in knowing exactly what the team needs of him, and you have to be happy with that. You can say that basically about everybody on their bench besides the last 2 guys, which was Miles Kelly. He played 2 minutes. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist. He didn't score because he didn't take no shots from the field or from the free throw line. He also had no personal fouls and was a -1 and plus minus. Hardy, he comes in to score, but he only played 2 minutes, so it wasn't much he can really do. Although he did throw up a 3 and make it, that's the only thing he was able to do in the game. And he was a -1 and plus minus. Then you look at the New York Knicks. They emptied their bench with all the players that was able to play. OG Anunoby, he played 31 minutes and had 9 points. He went 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line to get it. He did have 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 turnovers, 3 steals, and a block. That was a good game defensively for him because he was trying, he was playing hard. It just didn't work out for him offensively. 2 offense rebound, 3 personal fouls was a -12 and plus minus. Karl-Anthony Towns, he took a lot of shots in this one. He didn't shoot the ball terribly, and he did have a monsterish double-double with 18 boards to go along with 22 points, and it only took him 30 minutes to do it. But he had to go 9 of 19 from the field and 2 of 5 from 3. He also went 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Wasn't a game that was forgettable. It was still a good game from him because he also had 4 assists, 5 turnovers, a steal, and a block. He also had 5 of his rebounds that was offensive. He also almost fouled out. He always been in those situations where he can be a guy that can be okay for you defensively, or he can be somewhat of a liability too. But his offense usually makes up for it. Not so much in this one. -15 and plus minus for him. Josh Hart was able to splash in 2 of 5 from 3. The other shot he got was a finish around the rim, so he finished 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3 with 8 points in 28 minutes. He also had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound. He also had 5 personal fouls himself. They was trying to find a way to get themselves out of a hole that they dug themselves in from the start of the game. Never could really do it, but fouls can happen when you're trying to take gambles and risks. Mikal Bridges, 33 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, and a block. He also had no personal fouls and was a -21 and plus minus. He was one of the biggest reasons why they got down big because he could never really get it going offensively. And then Jalen Brunson didn't help much either because he went 9 of 24 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Although he still finished with 22 points and 6 assists, he needed to be significantly better offensively, especially the way the Mavericks was playing and scoring the basketball. He had to do more than what he actually probably thought that he would, but you never really know until you play the game, right? 4 personal fouls and a -15 and plus minus. Yabusele played 3 minutes. He didn't do anything at all, but finished as a +1 and plus minus. Pacum played 3 minutes. He didn't do anything at all but get an assist, and he finished as a +1 and plus minus. Muhammad played 3 minutes. He scored a basket and got a rebound and a personal foul. That was the end of his night. He finished as a +1 and plus minus. Mitch, he got a double-double in only 19 minutes. He's just really good. Really, really good at getting rebounds and finishing strong. 12 points. He only missed 2 shots, going 6 of 8 from the field. He did miss all his free throws, 0 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 14 boards, so he had 8 of them that was offensive out of the 14, which is really impressive. He also had 1 turnover and 2 blocks. 4 personal fouls was the bad part of his night, though, if you wanted to nitpick. And he finished as a -11 and plus minus. Ariel, 3 minutes, 1 point. He missed and made a free throw, 1 rebound, 1 turnover. He also was a 0 when it came to personal fouls and was a +1 and plus minus. Jordan Clarkson missed all his shots He was 0-3 from the field and 0-1 from three, but he did go 1-2 from the free throw line. He only finished with 1 point, but he only played 2 minutes. Wasn't much he can do, but he did get a steal and was a +1 and plus minus. Landry Shamet, he was able to play 23 minutes. He had 6 points, was 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, and 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He still finished also with 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnovers, a steal, 2 personal fouls, and a -4. And plus minus Miles McBride, 27 minutes. That was the most off the bench. He also took the most shots, tied with Mitchell Robinson with 8, but he missed all of them besides one. And he also made the shot was a 3, but he also missed 3 with that. So he finished 1 of 4 from three, and he also went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. That's how he got his 5 points. He did have 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and 2 steals. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a +3 and plus minus. Tyler Kolek, 3 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 0 turnovers, 0 personal fouls, and a +1 and plus minus. Good game comparisons. 95 shots taken by the Knicks. They only made it at 40%. 82 taken by the Mavericks. They shot 49%. 15 to 32 from three for the Mavericks, 47%. The Knicks shot 31 3-point attempts. They only made it at 29%. The Mavericks also shot more free throws, where they shot 28 total, but they only shot at 68%. The Knicks shot less, but they also shot 20 to be exact with the number, 60%. So the Knicks couldn't shoot nowhere near as good as they needed to be able to win this one. 40%, 29%, 60%. They couldn't make anything, while the Mavericks was basically able to make majority of their shots almost, especially from three, although they did struggle from the free throw line. The Knicks did have 53 rebounds. The Mavericks had 49. 22 assists for the Knicks, 25 for the Mavericks. Both teams had 17 turnovers, but the Knicks had 10 steals. The Mavericks had 9. Both teams had 5 blocks. The Knicks had 17 offensive rebounds, mainly because of Mitchell Robinson and Cat, but the Mavericks had 7 and still blew them out because they had 42 defensive rebounds. The Knicks only had 36, and then 25 personal fouls for the Knicks. Like I said, the Mavericks did shoot more free throws and shot at a better percentage, and they only committed 21 personal fouls to the Knicks, who shot 20 and only 60%. So the Knicks been having games like this a lot where they're not really making shots. No matter who's on the court. They have a better bench this year. They have better chemistry. They supposed to this year after all the things they did last year. And obviously they have a different coach that was supposed to bring in different defense and different offense and have the ability to mix it up. Now, a lot of that is true, but the problem is their shooting. The problem is their scoring. And the problem is their defense. They just don't bring it enough against the best competition, even against the weakest competition. And that's why their record is still good, but not where it needed to be. The Knicks should be the number one team in the East. They should be playing better just based off talent and coaching, basically what we thought would be coming into the year. And even though they did show signs throughout this season that they could be good and they could be a tough team to beat, even like winning the cup, it still hasn't been where we trust them enough to beat a team in a 7-game series enough to get to the finals and win it. And to me, that's a flop of a season. You know, you made a trade for Towns and OG and Mikal. You signed Brunson to change the culture, to change the brand in a certain way. Obviously, you brought in Mike Brown because you felt like he'd be a better fit and a better coach for what you have. And you even went out and got the better roster with the depth. So it's all look like a waste is basically what I'm saying, because the Knicks are not playing to their full potential. And they're not playing how they need to play to be a team you look at as a real threat to win a title. Coming out the East is good, but it's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to win championships, and they need to win one, which they haven't done in decades. And this team was supposed to be the one that changes that. Everybody was excited about the Knicks, even if they wasn't a Knicks fan, because let's be honest, good when basketball is good in New York. But at the end of the day, they got a lot of praise after beating the Celtics, and it was deserved because they was the defending champions, but they have never really made it to where we feel like they should be good enough to win the title. We still have OKC, Denver, and other teams ahead of them, but the Knicks should be in that conversation. We should be talking more about them, but they're not playing good enough for us to feel that way. They haven't been dominating enough for us to feel that way, so we have to tell it like it is. The Knicks are a great team. They're just not amazing. They're just not the best. and they're not even the best team in the East right now. And that was something that they should have been after all the acquisition and all the moves that they made. They should have had that, especially when you look at the roster and you look at it on paper, so they got everything you basically need to win basketball games. And it still seemed like they're a little short from being the team that can win the title. And then the Mavericks, too many injuries to their best players. And on top of that, they still trying to find a way just to compete, just to show their fans that they ain't giving up and quitting on the season. They did that last year, so I'm not surprised that they're doing that this year. So you got to give them credit for that, to show up and play as hard as they can, even if they're not as talented as other teams. They wasn't as talented as the Knicks. Didn't matter. They still found a way to blow them out and beat them. This looks more worse for the Knicks than it looks good for the Mavericks. But if you're a Maverick fan, you're happy. You'll take it. You're glad that it was a win. And you see what happens in the next couple games and as the season continues. And the Knicks, if they don't figure it out now, they may never figure it out with these group of guys, because they're still, it looks like, conference finals now. And that's only because the East may only get better and may only get stronger. And if this was the best roster they can put together, it wasn't enough. But we have to see in the future how things play out and how things go. And they already talking about getting rid of Towns, and he only been there for one season fully, which is this one. And you can say last year, but if you're trying to get rid of him already, that just means that you feel like you still feel like you have a championship window for this team. So we'll see if they make a move to get better, if they make a move in the off season because they feel like they're not good enough. I also would agree with that based on how they played this season so far. But at the end of the day, they got a lot of talent. They have a lot of decent pieces, and they have a lot of guys on decent contracts. So they're not all the way out of it, but when that guy comes available or that player comes available, they got to move quick, because these players only get more banged up and more injured. And we know that it's a short shelf life of you being a great team that has a chance to win it all. So if that move comes, they need to take it right away. And if it happens, we have to see how things play out then. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Just remember, y'all stay blessed up and y'all better stay good. Peace, and I'll see y'all later today with more analysis, hopefully.